I don't know if you can see that my hair's blowing around. I'm sitting in here in the hay barn. Talk about a good acoustics. I hope that it's going to do what I'm hoping for, is make the sound in the recording on this a little nicer. We live beside the Pennsylvania Turnpike, so in our case, that constant sound behind us is like living beside the ocean. After a while, you don't hear it. But sometimes on my videos, I can tell that, yeah, we've got some sound coming in. So good evening. I'm out here feeding the horses. It's been rainy and drizzly for the last couple of days. I'm sitting in the hay barn. I've had a great day. We've got 5 horses and goats and chickens, so every day part of my routines are taking care of the animal family that we have here. And it's always one of the best times of the day for me, because at the end of the day, and I'm retired, so we want to throw that in there too, but at the end of the day, and I always have something going on, if you're bored in retirement, hey, that's on you, because I think there's so much for us to be a part of and to do. I'd like to keep talking about that with my friends here. Well, my YouTube channel has certainly not taken off. I've been trying to post a couple of videos and it's small. And so let's just call this my practice videos, learning how to use the equipment, learning how to handle myself in front of the camera. And you're all a part of this. You're seeing the beginning, and hopefully it's not the end. So it's windy, and today I'd like to talk about something that happened today. We had a wonderful opportunity. Our son lives 2 hours away, and he's approaching 50, and he had a special time out from his family that he was able to come down here and just spend a day with his mom and dad. I can't tell you how special that is to have him prioritize us that way. His family had a little vacation time, so they went to Florida. He had to stay home and work, and then he came up here for an overnight trip. And we sat around the kitchen last night. Some friends came over, and we sat around and just ate cookies and snacked and chit-chatted, and the stories that were told. I just can't tell you how nice that was. Just so nice. And I realized that I don't know how to say this, I was a little overwhelmed to have him here. And I wanted to savor every single moment. That it actually put me a little off my game, because I felt so special. And I was basking in it so much that I think that he's wondering what's going on with mom, because I don't think he realized the magnitude of what it meant to have him prioritize us in that way. Well, we went over. He wanted to see his Grammy mom, who's his grandmother, and she's in a nursing home. She's 92 years old and having some memory problems, and so he also made sure that this was a day that he could come see her. And she was so thrilled. She hasn't seen him probably in a couple years. She was so thrilled. And what a nice visit that was. I could go into more detail, but not right now. She asked him a couple times how old he was. And she had to make sure that he wasn't my husband when we walked in the door, that it actually was Eric, the son. And that just gave her a thrill. Anyway, it was nice. But her memory is fading. And we all know this. And so these rare times that we can squeak out and spend some time with her are really important. I'm trying to build that into my routines and structure and step up my game too. After that, he went to see his other grandma, and she's 94, and what a night and day difference. Her mind is sharp. She's living alone. She can cook. She can still sneak out and drive a little bit, although she probably shouldn't. But what a difference it makes to have these 2 ladies, 192 and 194, both in our family, someone that we have watched and lived with for basically my adult lifetime. I met my husband when we were 15, and so I have known Audrey for all of these years. As a teenager, I got to know her and hoped that she liked me, and then as a first married and then with children, she supported our family through thick and thin. And there was a lot of thick and thin, as there is with every family. I always tried to measure up to her expectations and be that good wife to her son, and I think I've done all right. And she and I, it was rocky at a couple of times, but we found our friendship, and I wouldn't trade her in, not for anything. Her and my mother both. So our son came down so that he could make sure that he had a little opportunity to touch base with both of them. And I traveled along. I went to visit both of them with him. And driving in the car, I'm looking for stories that might be of interest to him so that he feels like, yes, this is the special moment with his mother that he was hoping to get. Meanwhile, my husband, he was making cookies and cooking dinner and just making that really nice and coming in the house, having some decorations for Christmas and the holidays that just were so special. But here it is at the end of the day. That's why I like feeding the animals. That's why I like this opportunity to just take it in and take a look at my life and say today was a good day. Because when you're in retirement and you're getting to be the age I am, which I don't like to discuss, so we're not going to go too detailed into that. But when you're at this age, you know how fragile things are. Your health, the health of those you love, your family, and then you want so much for your grandchildren and the next generation that you're working so hard to support them in emotional and, the grandparent way. That might be the biggest thing that we can do at our age. Our careers have sunsetted. If you had a career, that's fine. If you didn't, I did. I had a business, and I sold my business about 5 years ago for a nice sum. It set me up pretty good here for retirement. And my husband, he actually worked all his life, and he also has a nice retirement coming in. So money's not something that we are overly concerned with. We're not oblivious to the needs and the rising prices and inflation. Not oblivious at all. But it doesn't set our day at worry. It's something that we see for what it is, and we bite the bullet and pay the price for the things that they are. And if we have to make a little sacrifice or adjust something else, we do. But we're still within a comfort zone, and for that I'm so grateful. So grateful. So grateful. Well, so tonight I'm just savoring a great day with my son, who made his mom just feel super special. And as he went out the door, because he lives a couple hours away, as he went out the door, I'm trying to reach for this and reach for that and take this and take that, and here's a cup of coffee, and oh, do you want to take this with you? Because someday it's going to be all yours anyway, so take it now. Sounds kind of silly, but I just wanted to stay for one more minute, just 30 more seconds. Gave him a big hug, and out the door he was. And tonight, I'm going to sleep good. Now, having said that, I want you to know he still calls us on a regular basis, and I still see him at his place because we're very involved, as best we can be at this distance with our grandchildren. So I feel in no way that I'm a neglected mother, or my husband and I are neglected. Not at all. But being put to the front of the line, that doesn't happen all the time, and boy, oh days. So in your life, I hope you have somebody that puts you at the front of the line, or that you, if you need to, find somebody else who maybe needs to go to the front of the line with your attention, and just love from the heart, because all the love that we send out comes back to us. It comes back to us. Well, that's my message here for tonight. I still have a little feeding to do. I'm in the hay barn here, so I've got a bale that I've got to grab and put out for the horses. They're waiting for it. I can hear them kicking the stalls. All right, on that note, I love you. I love you. I love you. So as I said, we're going to take the bale of hay in for the horses. They're waiting patiently, somewhat patiently, but here they are. That's Con. He's always the first one at the gate. He knows he needs to move aside for me to pull in the cart. So here's the cart. There's a nice bale of hay. And here we go. Hello, everyone. Hello. Let me come through.